So first bit of work, we're going to face the tall side of our chair. So flip your chair so that you have access to the tall side. And think of the chair as a tool, not a just think of it as a tool. So we're going to use it a lot, partly as a guide to help so we can focus on other things besides our balance. So face the tall side of the chair. We're going to take it into some gentle bird dogs to start. So opposite hand, opposite foot is going to reach out. What I would love for you to find is, rather than focusing on your balance or trying to find that work in your legs and your feet, use the chair to hold on, and then find this nice little squeezing sensation in the back side of your body. So as your leg lifts and your opposite arm lifts, can you find that nice little squeeze in the back muscles? Slow it down just a little bit so you can really tune in and find that. And then once you've found that squeezing of the muscles in the back side of the body, then start to tune into the front. So think about your belly, and then firm your belly up just a little bit. So as you transfer your weight from side to side, there's not such a big shift. Nice. We've got 10 seconds left. And time. Beautiful work. Turn to one side. Doesn't matter which, because we're going to do both, but it's 30 seconds of work. So we're going to take it into a little step behind. Think curtsy and reach. So we're going to get a little side bend, and then pull the knee and elbow together for a squeeze. 30 seconds on this side. So you step your foot behind and reach, and then pull it in for a squeeze. And then once you feel like you've got that movement pattern down, go just as fast or slow as feels good to you. But the real big focus here is to find that nice side bend. So we're just getting the spinal column involved right away. 10 seconds left on this side. And time. Flip around right away over to the other side. So a nice curtsy and reach. Pull the elbow and knee together, a little squeeze in the side body. So we're working through the spine, getting a little stretch, and working the oblique muscles, getting that little squeeze as we pull the knee and elbow together. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. And time. Awesome job. Okay, turn back and face the chair. Now we're going to step our feet nice and wide. So sink into a sumo squat. We're going to hold that sumo squat, and we're going to use the chair as a little bit of a guide. So we want to stay in this nice, low, solid position. And then we're going to reach one hand back in a little twist, bring it back around, switch sides. So we want to try and keep our hips nice and square, or nice and level. So the hips are staying down and heavy. And we're trying to find a little bit of movement and rotation in the thoracic spine. So think upper back body. So just reach one arm back and then the other, and let your gaze follow. So your head can turn with, but try to keep your hips heavy so they're not moving much at all. Beautiful, you guys. Nice work. 5 seconds left here. And time. Nicely done. Rise up, give your legs a good shake. And then we're going to move our chair just a little bit forward so you have plenty of room for your legs to move behind you. And now we're going to take our hands to the tall side of the chair, and think first finding kind of a down dog position. So just a little hinge at your hips. And then we're going to keep a little bit of a press of our hands onto the chair to keep our shoulders nice and level. And then we're going to alternate leg lifts. So right leg and then left, but try to find that nice steadiness in the back side of your body. So pressing your arms down into the chair to keep your shoulders square, and then keep your hips fairly level. So it doesn't matter the range of motion that you're getting. It doesn't have to be super high, but we want to find some stability in the center. Nice, you guys. That looks wonderful. Ooh, Mara and Karen, nice, sturdy back. That is beautiful. Already halfway there. And time, nicely done. Walk it up and grab one hand weight, heavy if you can. Now from here, we're gonna turn sideways and it's gonna be 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side. And I'm gonna turn just at an angle so you can see. So I'm gonna take my hand weight and hold it up against my thigh, keep your knee bent, and we're just lifting the knee out and drawing it back in. We wanna find a little bit of control on the lift and the lowering down. Your hand is holding the weight, but try to let your leg do most of the heavy lifting. So you do have a grip in your hand, but your arm is not pulling the weight up, it's your leg that's pushing the weight up. So see if you can find that sensation. We got 1 minute on this side. You go as fast or as slow as you like, and with whatever handhold works the best for you on your chair. So we're taking the focus out of the balance, using the chair just to help us find a little stability, and then finding most of the work coming out of the side of the glutes and the side of the thigh, and a little bit of work in your standing leg. Beautiful. And then see if you can keep it nice, even lift and lower with that same even rhythm. And you'll really find a lot of good work there in the side of the glutes and in your standing leg. We've got 17 seconds left on this side. You got this. And time. Woo! Beautiful work. Set that leg down. And when you're ready, we're going to switch over to the other side. I'm just going to flip my chair, but we're going to take that hand weight into your other hand. Find your standing position, bend your knee, and then away we go. We lift that leg up and out to the side and lower it with that same amount of control. Using your hand just to hold that weight of, or hold the weight with the grip of your hand, but most of the heavy lifting is your leg pushing your arm and the weight out, and then lowering it back in with control. Nice, you guys, that looks beautiful. Wow, you guys, like beautiful, beautiful posture, you guys. That is really nice stuff. You guys look amazing. You got 20 seconds left. You got this. And time, nicely done. All right, set that weight onto the low side of your chair. We're gonna flip around now. And then we're gonna bring our hands onto the chair, tabletop position, 1 minute on the clock. All you gotta do here is some cat and cows. Bend your knees, drop your belly, lift your chest, straighten your legs and round your back. Come back to the movement of the spine. Drop your belly, lift your chest, round your back and tuck your chin in. Go as fast or as slow as feels good, but think about finding just a little bit of fluid movement in the spine. Beautiful. And then if you're feeling like you just want that little bit more to pay attention to, as you round your back, really think about pulling those abdominal muscles up and in. Hold that up and in for a second, and then right back down. 20 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Grab one hand weight. We're gonna hold it across the chest in a sideways position. We're gonna take our foot, step your foot onto the chair with a light touch. So we're not leaning in and putting body weight on, but just a light little touch, rotate towards that front knee, come back to center, step that foot down, other foot steps out. Toe touches the chair, but mostly your leg and your standing leg are helping support that. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're gonna take that as fast or slow as feels appropriate to you. Foot taps up, twist in towards that knee, and then set it down with control. And try to find control all the way through the movement, including the place where your foot steps up and steps down. Nice. And time, nicely done. Okay, next up, it's gonna be a foot on the chair in a lunge. So you'll have to figure out how to arrange yourself. But for me, I place my foot on the chair and then I kind of pivot my foot around so I'm facing away from the chair. And we're gonna take it into some lunges with the foot on the chair. Now that is not gonna be a position for everybody. And if you feel like those front lunges where you dip your knee down isn't a great position for your knee, maybe better to have a handhold on the chair and keep it in a lighter position. So find the variation that might work best for you. But if you can, foot on the chair, pivot yourself around, keeping the top side of your foot on the chair, bend your standing leg, press your way back up. Weight is across the chest, keeping a nice tall uplifted posture, only bending that knee as far as feels appropriate to your body, and finding a nice evenness here. So if you feel like your knee is collapsing in or collapsing out, keep a nice steadiness to the muscles right to the inside of the knee, dip down, rise up nice and tall. And time, nice. Now we're gonna pivot around, keep that foot on the chair if you can, and we're gonna take it into some squats right from here. So that leg is gonna be out to the side, and we're gonna keep that weight across the chest, sit your butt down and back, and bring it right back up. And again, you're gonna take it at your pace. If you didn't feel like the foot on the chair was a good position for you, and it's still not, you can always take it out and then just sink a little pushback of the butt and rise back up. So you'd sink into one leg rather than both legs. Beautiful, you guys, that looks wonderful. And time, nicely done. Okay, that leg that's on the chair, we're gonna step it in. Hand and knee are gonna come onto the chair and we're taking it right into a row. So take your hand weight into the hand that was not working, that side, pull the elbow up towards the ribs, lower it back with control. Keep a nice flat back position here. So your abdominal muscles are pulled in slightly, shoulders are nice and stable, hips are nice and stable. "15 seconds left. Nice work, you guys. And time, beautiful job. Come on up and we're gonna take all of that work to the other side. I'm gonna move my chair around, but you position yourself in the way that is gonna work best for you in your space. You're gonna step that foot onto the chair and then pivot yourself around so that the top of your foot is on the chair, weight across the chest, dip that back front knee down and lift yourself back up. Again, if this feels like a bad position for your knee, you can always use your hand hold on the chair and find a lunge that allows you to give a little bit more support from the chair. Check that front knee. If it's collapsing in and out, slow it down. Be a little bit more mindful to line that knee up with the second toe. Keep your chest lifted. Beautiful work, you guys. Nice, nice form. Wow. 15 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Pivot yourself around, keep your foot on the chair. Now the toes and knees are pointing forward. And we sit back into that little squat position. Push your way back up. So the butt pushes down and back, keeping a nice lift in the chest and the chin. Weight across your chest. Nice. Fifteen seconds left. And time, beautiful. Now we're stepping it in. Same leg that was just on the chair. Now that knee and hand are going to be on the chair. Switch your hand weight over to your single hand hold. And away we go into those rows, pulling the elbow up towards the rib and lowering it with control. So think scraping the elbow along the ribs to find that connection. Keeping a firm back, firm belly, broad shoulders. Ten seconds left. And time, beautiful. Come on up. We're going to still stay facing the low side of the chair for a few more rounds of work. Grabbing a second weight if you can. You're going to place your weights on the chair so that you have an easy way to catch them. Now we're going to place the hands to the chair. You're going to jump back, jump in, jump back, jump in, grab your weights, give an overhead press, weights back to the chair. Jump back, jump in, jump back, jump in, grab your weights and give an overhead press. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're taking that at your pace. If the jump back is no good for you, you're going to step back, step in, step back, step in, and then give that overhead press. But if you like that little bit of cardio, you're going to find that nice little bit of work, hop forward and back, and then give that overhead press. Nice, you guys, beautiful work. Ten seconds left. Woo, and that is time. All right, now we're going to take it into some super slow mountain climbers with the chair as our base. So hands on the chair, walk your feet back to a plank position, and then we're going to take it slow. Pull your knee to elbow, pull your knee to elbow. Find that intentional squeeze. As you pull your knee to your elbow, squeeze in just a little bit, and then step it back. Maintain that nice planking spine, a little broadness in your shoulders. You can adjust your handhold too, so it might feel better to do a side grip. Find the position that's great for your wrists. Already halfway there. Ten seconds left. You got this. Woo, and time, come on up. Leave your weights off to the side. Move away from your chair just a little bit. Find a nice wide squatty position. We're gonna bring hands behind the head, sink into a little squat, and then we're gonna alternate. One hand's gonna touch the inside of the foot, the other hand's gonna touch to the inside of the foot. While we're working side to side, as you reach down towards that foot, think about pushing your head back into your hand, the hand that's behind the head. So we wanna keep and maintain a nice connection to the back side of the body as we bend the side body and touch down to the ground. Beautiful. Nice work, you guys. You got 23 seconds left. You got this. And time. Woo! Rise up, shake your legs out. Grab a light set of weights if you've got them. All right, now we're gonna stick with that kind of sumo position, but we're gonna take palms facing forward. So think pinkies in, touch in the middle, rise up, W or cactus the arms. Sink down, pinkies in, rise up, and cactus the arms. As you cactus your arms, you're gonna think about finding that little squeeze and connection in between the shoulder blades, almost as if you're trying to pull the elbows back. Lower down with control, lift up and squeeze, and then let the pinkies come back to center. Nice. Beautiful. So there's this little bit of roundness that happens as you come forward. And then as you lift up, elbows pull back and give a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. And then you loosen all that up to come down so that the pinkies can meet in front of the hips. Nice. And time. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to take it down to the ground. So we're going to sit down facing the low side of the chair. Move your stuff just a little bit out of the way so you're not going to kick your weights or anything funky like that. Facing the low side of the chair so that you have a little bit of room. Come into an elbows down V-sit. And now we're going to reach the legs on top of the chair, hold knees towards the chest, and then see if you can reach the legs underneath the chair. We've got 30 seconds of work going up and down. So sit back, legs reach long, legs reach under. All right, now for the next 30 seconds of work, you're gonna rainbow over and over to the other side. So we're gonna stay on the top side of the chair. You're gonna reach the legs over to one side and then the other. Take it at your pace. Keep your inner thighs squeezing together. Keep your legs nice and close to each other. And time. Beautiful work. All right, scoot your butt forward so that you can place your heels onto the chair and then come down onto your back. First things first, we're just going to find that little bit of connection. So with your heels pressing into the chair, knees in a 90-degree bend, elbows are going to press into the earth for a second. We're going to press into the heels, lift your butt just slightly away from the ground, find that little connection, that work in the back of the leg, lower back down. Do that again. Press into your heels, lift your butt just slightly away from the ground. Find that sensation in the back of the leg of the muscles working, and then lower back down. 5 more just like that. Lift up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Up and down. Nice. One more just like that, just to make sure you have that connection and to make sure that the chair is safe underneath you. And then once you feel like you know where you're going, we're going to take it into some higher bridges. Now, if the bridge position isn't going to work for you, hands on the ground, lifting your butt up super high, go back to that lift of the butt just slightly so that you find that connection in the backs of your legs. If that higher bridge works for you, hands are down, heels on the chair, lift and squeeze up at your pace. Nice, Liz. Awesome. Yes, beautiful, Karen. Beautiful work. Nice, Robbie. Yes. And time. Woo, beautiful work. Okay, set your legs onto the chair. So now we want to just scooch the butt forward just a little bit so that the calves can rest comfortably on the chair. And then we're going to tune in for a second, find that sensation of sort of activating and engaging the legs. So think tailbone presses, or I should say, tailbone curls up slightly, backs of the legs and the tops of the legs are engaged. The backs of your calves are pressing into the chair. Once you've found that sensation, take a big inhale, raise your arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to curl up the head, neck, and chest. You're going to keep the head, neck, and chest curled up. You're going to keep those legs active, pressing into the chair. And you're going to start to pump your arms. So think Pilates 100s. Pumping the arms, keeping that curled up head, neck, and chest. So think about pulling the abdominal muscles towards the spine and then up into the ribs. And then once you've got all that, focus on your breath. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep pumping your arms. Find a steady rhythm of breath. You got 2 seconds left. You got this. Woo! Lower your head, neck, and chest down. Reach your arms up and overhead. Take that little bit of a yawn or a stretch. Reach through the fingertips. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then from here, just flip your legs off and over the chair. We're going to flip around and face the low side of the chair so that we can find a nice little lunging position. So hands on the chair, step your left foot up to meet the leg of your chair. And then we're going to walk that back leg back just to a point that you feel a little stretch through the front of your hip. And then you're going to think about pressing the hips forward, lift your chest, take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then release that a little bit. Step your left foot back, step your right foot up just to line it up with the leg of the chair. And then you're going to walk that left leg back to a comfortable position. Hips are going to reach forward, lift your chest and find that little stretch through the front of the left hip. Nice. And then when you're ready, release that, step your right foot back, left foot's going to step forward again into that lunging position. This time, we're going to curl the back toes under, pick the back knee up. So we're in that taller lunge. Right hand is going to stay on the chair. Left hand's going to reach up to the sky. Nice. And then bring your left hand down. We're going to hop that front foot back to meet the back foot. So it's a little bit of a down dog position. So find a little V shape with your body. Stretch through the back of the body, the back of the legs. Let your head drop down. Take a nice big breath. Wonderful. And then when you're ready, right foot's going to step up to the top right corner or the right side of your chair. Walk that left leg back, find that bigger lunge, heart forward, look forward, take a nice big breath there. And then left hand is going to stay on the chair, right hand's going to reach up for a little twist. Beautiful. Bring that hand down. You're going to step that front foot back to meet the back foot. Find that down dog shape again, or that upside down V. Push back into your butt. Let your head drop down. And then just feel that nice stretch through the backs of the legs and the whole back chain of your body. Cool. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, lift yourself up. Either flip yourself around or flip your chair around just so that you have the tall side for a little handhold. And we're going to stretch the quad. So you're going to pick up your right foot, hug your heel in toward your butt, squeezing your knee in towards your knee, and then hips are reaching forward. So we want to find a stretch through the top of the thigh and the front of the hip. Nice. With control, release that foot and then take it to the other side. Catch hold of your left foot, hug the knee in towards the knee, the heel in towards the butt. Your heart is rotated forward and you're thrusting the hips forward slightly so you find a stretch through the top of the thigh and the front of your hip. Awesome. With control, let that foot go, bounce it all out. We're going to step the left leg across the right and then walk yourself down. Let your hands touch the floor or wherever they reach comfortably. Let your head drop down. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then pull yourself back up with control. And then we're going to switch sides. I'm going to flip around. We're just going to cross the other leg over. So right leg across the left, and then just start to fold yourself down to the point that feels good to you. Awesome. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Give everything a good shake. If you're sticking around with your Pilates ball, leave your chair in place. If you got to get on with the rest of your day, I hope that it's amazing. Bye, Robbie. Have an awesome day. Woo! Bye, Mara. Have a great day.